We are back after an incredible trip to Cabo. We got back and some wind got in the way of getting out there every day, but we've made the most of that by going to check out the wetlands, the preserves, and kind of seeing what other wildlife is around. We've seen all sorts of stuff like bald eagles, great horned owls, burrowing owls, barred owls, and all sorts of other birds of prey and things like that we can get into when we're not on the water. However, while we have been able to get out, we've had several great hammerhead sightings, the bull sharks are moving in, and the lemon sharks are moving out. So this is what we call the change of season, or spring break, shark style, right here in Florida. Today, I've got Koa with me, and we're headed out to survey what's hanging out on Florida's side of the Gulf Stream. Maybe some silky sharks will show up, maybe the sandbar and bull sharks, which of course are cousins. We'll cover that in a little bit, but we're gonna spend the next few days out here surveying what's going on. Let's do it. Let's see what's out here in Florida. Change of season, spring break. Let's go. All right, stop number one, we got to pick up bait. So we're here by the world famous Blue Heron Bridge, and we're gonna snag our bait, and then the marina's actually only a couple of blocks away. Ready, Ko?
Yep.
All right, so bait is retrieved. I already smell bad. Part of the shark life. Here we go. Let's go get Sharky.
That smells really bad.
Well, change of season is starting pretty good. Great hammerhead, bulls and sandbars all together. Absolutely insane. Hammer made about 5-6 passes. Whew, let's see if it'll come back, but epic dive, crystal clear, beautiful conditions. So after the cold front, I really wasn't sure if the great hammerheads were going to be hanging around. They've been north up by the wrecks, and we've seen a couple down here off the ledges. But after that cold front and all that rough weather, I really wasn't sure if we'd be seeing them. But that was a big, great hammerhead. We had the bull sharks, we had the sandbar sharks. So the week of survey for change of season continues.
All right, so we're out here. A little bit choppier than we expected today, but no big deal. So here's the new deep contraption. So we got this bad boy here. It's gonna drop down real deep, it's bright. And then we've got the squid on the bottom. So hopefully whatever's down there is attracted to this super quick. I'm gonna pack it with chum, drop it down, and today's test number 1. Let's see what wants to show up. All right, here we go, so it's ready. I've just loaded it up with chum. We've got the squid on the bottom. So this will be our first test with the new deep rig. So this is hopefully just gonna make us that much more efficient. So step 1 is seeing if it sinks. You wanna, yeah, so right now, like I said, test number 1, there it goes. All right, so we gotta figure out, there we go, water, all the air's out. That was definitely step 1. We're gonna do it over here because we're getting pushed in that direction. We're gonna then get all the air out again. I might have to add a 2-pound weight, but we'll find out. Got a couple days till the exploratory, so that's really what we're testing for. There it goes. All right, perfect. So air's out, that's actually pretty good. So I am gonna want it to go a little bit more straight down. So we might put a little bit more weight in for exploratory, but no big deal. Let's see how long it takes to get sharks. So that was actually a weird day. We threw the deep rig in and wanted to do the test, but I had to add more weight, so I put the flashers on it. We had sandbar sharks coming in and hitting it deep, but they weren't sticking around. So today the current was ripping, we ended up detaching. Honestly, there was no point in me using that rig while we were detached, and it made things more complicated. So we ended up with some bulls and some sandbar sharks, but I gotta redo the rig a little bit and see how I can figure out the best way to make it work. We're back at it tomorrow. We got a 1 p.m. trip and 4 p.m. at night, so stay tuned. We're gonna see what we can get out there. We're gonna keep this survey going, check out this new gear, and hopefully find a bunch of really cool sharks that we can swim with and get some content out. Here we go. Another day, another dive. We'll see y'all soon. Well, we have arrived. Doesn't look that bad right now, and actually to the southwest looks pretty clear. So really hoping it stays that way, and then we can get in, catch a quick break, and then worst case, maybe the night trip gets delayed. So we'll see. It's up to Mother Nature. See what's going on out there. All right, so we're out here. Rain's just starting up again. It was actually an easy ride out. We ended up with 7 different female bull sharks ranging from 7 to 9 feet in length. Visibility was maybe 30 feet and dark. So we are wrapping up a wild week and packing for Cat Island at the same time. This past couple of weeks, honestly, has been super up and down at the change of season. And it started hot and now it's kind of dropped off. From looking into it, what's happening right now is we're having a change of La Nina and El Nino. And we saw the effects in the water with green, murky water the last couple days. And we didn't get the dives in we thought we were gonna get in. Even offshore, we didn't get any sharks. We got a bunch of mahi-mahi. So really weird up and down vibe this week in extremely strange conditions for this time of year. But apparently that's the explanation, is that La Nina and El Nino are switching right now, and that's what we're seeing. Now it's time to figure out how to pack everything I need into a small amount, because Cat Island is 2 hours away via private plane, and we have weight limits and stuff on the plane, and we're all bringing big cameras and fins and things like that. So now it's time to figure that out and get everything to fit the way it's supposed to and get ready for this trip. What's significant about oceanic white-tip sharks is that there are stories dating back to the USS Indianapolis, when basically the ship was hit and the explosion caused a bunch of sharks to come in and respond. And there were already humans that had died, and the sharks started to pick off the humans. So then once the people that were alive saw that, they started to panic, and the oceanic white-tip sharks ate them too. I can't wait to go see the behavior of the oceanic white-tip shark for myself. I want to see how they compare to mako sharks and silky sharks and dusky sharks and all these other pelagic sharks that I've worked with prior. It's time to pack, figure out what I can actually bring, and then it's off to find my 21st shark species that I get to interact with, which is also considered the most dangerous shark in the world. When I have to pack really light because we're on a smaller plane, is I'll pack my boxers and a couple of shirts into these Ziploc bags and really tighten them down as a space saver. I gotta bring the headphones, especially if there's a wait or anything for wildlife. Music gets me by in those times. And of course we got, like I said, a 2-hour flight over to the island, so these items are coming. Of course, can't forget my Cressy dive watch. The Cressy dive watch tells me not only what time it is, but how deep I am, the temperature, things like that. So this is a very useful tool that I get to use while I'm scuba and freediving. And then I've got these binoculars by Knox, and these things are ridiculous. They are pretty much like using a lens on my camera so that I can see what's going on out there. So if there's animals breaching, things like that, I can pick up on it. Birds, whales, so all sorts of stuff out there. So I'm definitely gonna be bringing these, and these are extremely light, less than a pound. And then I always bring my mask and snorkel in my backpack, just because I don't want it getting crushed with everything else in the dive bag getting tossed around. So that's pretty much it. I've got 2 more shirts in the backpack, my hygiene kit, and then I'm gonna put the cords in the plastic bag as well to keep them nice and tight. Cords meaning iPhone cord, GoPro charger, and then my camera battery charger and my strobe battery chargers. So that'll all go together in its own plastic bag next. And then we get to Tetris it all into 2 bags. Okay, so I gotta pack this kind of tactical here, because since we are on the smaller plane, I'm gonna fit a few people's gear in here. Normally myself, Amber, and Koa's gear can fit in this bag. So the fins go first. Obviously my blades by Cressy, rocking my handle on there. So these are gonna go in here, and there's actually buckles to hold these down in the bottom, and I'm gonna push them right over to the side. I might have to repack some of this when we get there. So then this one's gonna go opposite and basically form a floor on the other side. Now I'm super fired up to use this wing BCD. Very simple, wings on the back. Got the harness, got very streamlined weight pockets. So I'm definitely fired up. Cressy put together a really solid PCD here, and exactly my style. So we're gonna get this in here, and this is gonna slide up into the corner. So regulators are another sensitive piece of gear. So we're gonna take these and tuck them right up into the padded back plate of the BCD and kind of secure these regulators with the BCD to keep them safe. We're not bringing any weights, so weight belt is just gonna get rolled up. And there's actually a nifty little pocket right over here that I can slide that in. And then we've got the gear conditioner. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I've got this. This is my changing robe by Bone Dry. I think it's absolutely amazing. You'll see me wearing it. This will end up being padding for these as well. But like I said, I got a bunch of space here for a couple more people. They're gonna help condense by using this bag as well. Let's do it. I think I'm packed up and ready. Oh, my wetsuits are drying in the garage. They're gonna roll up nice and tight. Actually, I can put them right along the side here, and that's that. Cat Island, here we come.